Greetings, hello, welcome all beloveds, all my friends and my community, all my subscribers, especially here on YouTube. I am going to talk about today that your body, my body, is your temple. My body is my temple. And I like to say that when it comes to my life, and that I realized 100% I am a soul who have a physical body that is my temple, and my physical body have feelings. My temple have feelings. And this is essential. And when you realize as a human being that you don't have a soul, you are not a body who have a soul. You are a soul who have a body. So you realize that this is very good to understand that your physical body is your temple. It's your temple. So it should be treated like people who go to temple treat a temple. That means that it is sacred. So everything about your physical body is sacred. Everything. You should treat it like a sacred temple. And your boundaries about your physical body, it's your boundaries, and it's sacred, and it's your decision how you treat your physical body. It's your decision how you treat your temple. Your temple you should not allow any abuse of your temple, and you should take care of your temple as a sacred temple in all ways. And with this comes, of course, the feelings. This temple you have, who is the physical body, have feelings. These feelings will go with you, come with you, and go with you all your lifetime. It doesn't matter what kind of human being you are. It doesn't matter how awake you are. It doesn't matter how conscious you are. It doesn't matter what kind of sex you have, if you're a woman or a man. It doesn't matter if you are just born or if you are in the day before you are going to go out of your physical body, which people call to be dead. While from a soul's perspective, you go out from your physical body. When your physical body dies, your soul goes out from your physical body. So, all the time you are as a soul in your physical body, you will have feelings. Some people talk about feelings, like they say that there are different kind of feelings. They talk about them like some feelings are dense energy feelings, and then they talk about feelings like sorrow, anger, and other like feelings who they don't think is so very good or something like that. We can say that it's maybe you will, of course, if you feel happy, it's happiness. And of course, that's very nice. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And if you are sad, of course, then you are sad. Then you are not happy. But this is actually about the contrast. The contrast that is happening as along you are living your life as a human being in a physical body. Your feelings are guidelines for you to listen to, because they will show you where to navigate. Your feelings show you where to navigate. And as I myself choose to come and embody a woman's body in this lifetime, I know why I choose this. And I choose this because this biggest creation on earth comes from the woman's body. And this is not the woman's physical body only. Because when you are a soul in a woman's body, you have the creation very close to everything you are. It's not just that you have the possibility to create a new life in your physical body. You have the process and the ability to be more aware and more in the creative process. This is the times on earth when we have the greatest energy that we ever had on earth since the beginning of time, when human beings came to this planet earth. This we call the Ascension process. This is because this is human beings walking on earth now, ascending higher than anyone ever could do in a physical body. And what this means is that people who go on earth now, like me, we are ascending higher than anyone else have done before and still be in a physical body. So, of course, this comes with that we raise our consciousness. It's the same thing. To raise your consciousness is to raise your ascension process. You go higher in your ascension process. This is times on earth when those beings who are called women because of their physical gender, their souls have begun to awaken and to a higher consciousness, and so many all over earth have done this now. So this is an enormous wave of love, light, consciousness, peace, beauty, joy. And this is a work who is done in divine cooperation all over earth. And we who are working as ascension guides, as myself, some of us, like me, are also grid workers. We are also, some of us, like me, way showers. We are working together. And this is done mostly on a so high level dimension. We don't need to see each other physical, because we work in totally other dimension. And this work is done in divine order. And we work, of course, 100% committed to this ascension process. This ascension process is the evolution. This is the human evolution that is going on. And this is not anymore about one Christ and some religion. This has actually nothing to do with religion. This has to do with the free spirit and soul. And this has to do with consciousness. And all these things I talk about in my YouTube videos. Because I have gone through all the steps. And I have gone through all the hardships in 3D matrix. And I have been witnessing from inside how all these things happens in the 3D matrix. This to understand everything and then be higher in my consciousness and then be a witness and then be understanding to other beings. But I have to say, it's very important. I'm still a human being here. And I can choose myself, because when you are in a higher consciousness, you know that it's your own choice what you do and say. Therefore, if I see something or experience something where I feel that this is the limit, I will not only talk, I will raise my voice high and loud and clear and tell that this is the limit. Here is the limit. Today someone cut my mountain tent here on this place where I stay, and I never in my life experienced anything like that before. And my mountain tent, it is a first-class tent. It has a material, if it gets a hold of something, cuts it, it's made so it stops, because it's made with that kind of texture. So I can see if it has been a human being who has been cutting, or if it was something else. This was a human being who was here cutting in my tent. And I was gone from my tent all day. It didn't rain all day. It hadn't been raining heavy here. And this day, when I was gone from my tent, it did not rain. I come back, saw the cut in the roof of my tent. And if it had been raining today, my inner tent and my things would have been wet more than it was before. Everything from the roof of my tent, all the water would have gone into my tent. Someone did this to my tent and to me. And I have mending rescue things. I was mending this cut. And after that, it started to rain. But before that, I was telling out here, loud, clear and loud, that no one ever more will touch my tent. And then also, on this beach, I was reading this morning that it's not allowed to have dogs, even in leash, on the beach down here, because of the birds. It's some very rare birds who are actually having their eggs in the sand. And you disturb these birds. That's why they have put out, you can't have dogs here, not even in leash, right down here on this beach. And more than the half of the people I've seen here on this beach come here with dogs and have not even leash. They let the dogs run free. And I was for one day seeing this, and then together with that someone cut my tent, I let it all out. I was also telling loud and clear that this is criminal. It is criminal to live here in this place and know that it's forbidden to go with dogs in leash or not leash here on the beach, because you disturb the birds, and then people do it anyway. And I have understanding and I have patience. But as I said, here is the limit. This is my limit. My limit goes when people hurt me or my things, damage my things, or try to scare me, which this was. This was someone trying to scare me. There came a woman up when I was standing here mending my tent and asked me, when I told her that someone had cut my tent, she asked me if I was afraid. I said, no, I am not afraid. And I understood. I know on small places. It's the same all over the world. if one person like me, even if I'm very quiet, if people are not doing things like this to me, or the birds and the nature, I am quiet. But I understand and know. One person saw me coming with the tent, one, and then the whole area knows about it. So some man or some woman came here to cut my tent, to try to scare me. That's what I did. And I told this woman, no, I'm not scared. I feel secure from my inside. And she said she had a dog. Her dog was not in a leash. I didn't say anything to her. Because I'm not going to judge or tell people what to do. It's their decision. It's their decision. I'm not a judge. But I say it's criminal. Because she said to me, you should have a dog like me. And I said that my security comes from the inside. And her dog was barking, that little dog too. And I didn't tell her. My dogs was never barking. I had leader dogs who was the coolest, the calmest, most relaxed dogs you can have. Never barking, never insecure. If a dog is secure and barking, it's because the owner is insecure. It's no other reason. And that dog was running down here, but I have seen the birds walking here, and I would never disturb the birds. I go far away from them so they can keep going without me disturbing them. I've always been like that. It's nothing new for me. It's me. But everyone don't think like that. But if it's not allowed to have dogs on the beach and people live here, they should know this. They should know this. And this is a limit for me. And this for me, these two examples, this has to do with what do I care for? What do I care for? What do I stand for in my life? Why do I travel around in the world and stay most of the time in my mountain tent? Because I love nature and animals. And because I love myself. And because I want to have peace in my life. I don't want to have cars around with their motor on for 5, 10, 15 minutes and doors slamming close to where I stay in my tent like on camping places. I don't want to have other people's music and screaming and talk blah 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 and all this shit. And now I don't judge anyone. I just tell that I need peace. At least when I'm gonna sleep. I go out and talk to people and do things most every day and work with things like my YouTube videos, and I do a lot of other works. Helping people, doing healing. I do my art and things like this. When it comes to my life, it's my choice. And yeah, this is about that. In my case, it's not only that my physical body is my temple. My whole life is a sacred life. I'm a yoga master. I'm an ascended master. I'm a shaman, shamama, and diviner. I'm a psychic. I'm a healer. I'm a woman. And I have a voice that can be heard miles and miles. I was a mountain guide in North Sweden. And the rescue team, they did say about my voice that I have a very good voice. A good voice. Yeah. This is what I have to say today. Thank you so much. Blessings to you all. Blessings, blessings.